Good afternoon. Today I'm going to try for you guys Booker's. I've already poured some in there. It's kind of a healthier pour than I wanted. Booker's is a Jim Beam product made by Booker. No, it come from it was his brainchild, his barrel strength bourbon that he put out, and they've carried on the tradition, and it's been out for quite a while now. This one is 63.95% alcohol by volume, or 127.9 proof. It's 6 years, 11 months of age. 2016-01 is the stamp on the bottle. It's the Bluegrass, Booker's Bluegrass. It was named because Booker liked bluegrass music. So they decided to call this after what he liked. Booker's being a Beam product, Beam has a distinctive flavor. If you've ever tried any Jim Beam, you get it. And some people just absolutely don't like it, and therefore they don't care for Jim Beam products. And that's fine. Everybody's got a different flavor in this world. And it's not for me or anybody else to tell somebody else what they do and should and shouldn't like. Try it. If you like it, you like it. Go run with it. Anyway, I do have a few notes on it. We're going to touch on them a little bit. Of course, very oily, very dark, extremely dark. I've heard that you can see sometimes bits of barrel char in the very bottom of the bottle on this. I don't know. I don't see any in this bottle, but I've heard that before, or read that before. What it says right there? Booker's bourbon is quality screen to remove only pieces of charred barrel wood. So I guess not, but I'd heard some people saying they'd seen just a small bit of sediment before in their bottles. I'd read that somewhere. Don't matter. Anyway, and this is a very high proof, very strong bourbon. We are going to go to our nose on it. Back up from our notes for a minute. I gave $54.90 for that one. It's hard to find any more less than about $65 anywhere. That was. And the other one, I have another Booker's as well. It's an older 2014 edition, but I bought it a couple years ago, and I only gave $39 for it at a little liquor store in the middle of nowhere. The 2014 one is the one I did that with. That liquor store's not open anymore, by the way. I find that interesting. Okay. Caramel coconut, a little red berries. Alcohol does get your nose. When you stick your nose in it, you breathe gently. Or keep your nose above it and breathe full, your choice. There's some vanilla in there. Touch of cinnamon. I definitely get the caramel and the coconut for sure. All right, let's dig in, but we're going small and short. There's the customary burn you expect, but the burn does not last. it dies away rather quickly. The finish is forever. A good, oily, unctuous mouthfeel. It just completely coats. And the heat remains, but it's a gentle heat. It's not a burn heat. There is a heat that remains with it. It just does not go away right away. This would be something to drink on a very cold day. Get the caramel, get the coconut. I get a touch of red berries. Vanilla. Definite cinnamon. There's a little bananas Fosters in the background there. Little caramelized bananas Fosters in the very background there. And all of it works very well together. This is a very, very good bourbon. Now, finish, of course, goes on forever. We're going to put 20 drops of water in it because I'm going to tell you 10 won't help this one. And I seriously doubt we're going to have to worry about 20 drops killing this. In fact, we could probably even add more. Yeah, there's hardly any detection of this. Whew, got my nose in there a little too quick. Slow down. That little bit of water, the caramel is actually coming a little bit more forward. And caramel and the coconut, I get a buttered corn now. Faint buttered corn in the smell now. Oh yeah. Either it was there and I didn't notice it the first time through. Oh, with the water, the cinnamon amplifies a little bit. You get a buttered corn, and that goes along with the very oily mouthfeel. You still get the caramel. Don't really get the bananas now. Still get the coconut. Finish lasts a little longer. Outstanding. Outstanding stuff. It really is outstanding stuff. We're going to do something else while I'm at it real quick on this one. Because Beam has they have a lineup of 4 special bourbons. They got the Bakers. They have the Knob Creek, Booker's. Oh, the other one escapes me now. Basil Hayden. Basil Hayden's at 40% alcohol by volume. I've never had it. Never had the Booker's, which I think is a 107. These are the only 2 I've ever had out of it. I've had the regular Knob Creek, and I've had 2 bottles of the regular Knob Creek. I've got another one in there now. I like Knob Creek. This one was a hand selected. I've covered in another video, and I think it deserves to be mentioned in this. Because when I went to give this a score, give me a second. when I went to give the Booker's a score, I give it a 90 out of 100. And I thought, that's less than I gave the Knob Creek, which was unusual to me. And I thought, why am I doing this? And I've looked over notes and everything. You do get a broader, I do get a broader flavor profile with the Booker's. I cannot deny that. There's no denying it. Oh, yeah. But this Knob Creek here is 13 years. It's a 13-year-old one, even though it says 9. When they do the special barrel hand selects, and this one was for the fridge in Manhattan, Kansas, they have different years on those. This one we're not going to get so crazy with, like we did with that one. This one's 120 proof. Now, as far as I know, even these are all stay the same at 120 proof, just the barrel ages matter. And these are single barrels. The barrel number 4429. I gave that a 92 out of 100. I really like it. And so I think there needs to be just a little bit said before we go any further. Booker's is great. Okay, don't think that it's less than this, because Booker's is better than the average Knob Creek, and I've never had just the average non-single barrel selects like that. I've just had this one. So I can't compare, and I know each one's individual, and even each Booker's is individual, so you're going to get a different flavor profile. But just strictly between the pick, and you've got to remember this is just between this specific barrel and this specific batch edition. I do prefer, excuse me again, there's the burp. I always get the burp sometimes. I don't know why that is. Whew. Crackers, water. Anyway, I prefer this over that, believe it or not. Now, this is not got the same high flavor profile the Booker's got. But this brings caramel in spades. I mean, it just rolls caramel at you. You get a little woodiness. I'm getting a little bit more woodiness than I do with the Booker's. Just a little bit, but it's not an unattractive or bad woodiness. You can go into my review and look back and find my review on this. I think it was the good, the bad, and the ugly, or the comparison review. It'll give you more of an idea of what I really think of that. There's something that is more appealing in that bottle to me than in the Booker's. Not that I won't pay for the Booker's, but this cost me 40 bucks. It was on sale. It does give you a little bit more alcohol kick. Can't deny that. Caramel, that black pepper, and the spiciness that comes in behind that. It's almost a nutmeg, whereas the Booker's shines more with cinnamon. I tend to get a little bit more of the nutmeg feel with that. This gets a 92 over the 90, and I think that another barrel probably wouldn't give me a 92. It may give me less. Heck, it could even give me more. And I should try more different Booker's. But on the straight comparison, I do prefer this Knob Creek to the Booker's. And I'm going to tell you, though, neither one of these are bad whiskeys, not in the least. It's just a better whiskey than that one. There is one thing I do notice with the Booker's, though, that we need to address. 1, 2, 3 drops, 4 drops, no more than that. And that is with the Knob Creek I have found, and you'll see just right now. Any addition of water to this kills it. It was just 4 drops and 120 proof. I mean, it doesn't butcher it. Hell, it's still better than anything Jim Beam makes outside Booker's. And I can't talk to everything that I've tried out of Jim Beam products: white, black, double aged, Devil's Cut, whatever else, other than the Bakers or the Basil Hayden's, which I've never had. The water hurts it. It's still good, but with the water, it's an 89, 88, 89. This one was meant to be drank at barrel strength. There's other people that'll disagree with that. That's fine. That's what we all do. That's why we all do this. That's why we all have different palates, different flavors, different everything. Enjoy it how you enjoy it. And you might do this same comparison. You might go, he's crazy. You don't know what he's talking about. Maybe I am. Who knows? I'm not going to go into that detail with you. Overall, 2 great whiskeys. I encourage, if you live in Kansas, you can get to the fridge in Manhattan and get this while they still have it. I strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you to do that. Strongly. Oh, good God. With that, I got to sign off here. This is going on way too long, and it can continue. This is just that kind of evening. So everybody, remember, the spirit in your glass is not running from you. Take your time, sip and enjoy. And if you've got either one of these two, you will sip and enjoy. Because if you try guzzling that, it'll probably hurt you. That being said, everyone have a good evening.